ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Grumpy Jeff with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we are doing a champion guide on the masked Fearmonger. We are going to try and make this short and sweet. I would go ahead and agree with most of these, except, well, I wouldn't agree with them. I'd probably lower him by about 0.5. He's a decent champion. It's really his a skill set that we're going to take a look at right now that really kind of makes him a little bit tougher. He's a single area hitter on everything he has. There's no mass attacks or anything like that. We'll start with his A3. Attacks one enemy will ignore 35% of the target's defense if the target is under fear or a true fear debuff. So that's really sweet to have the 35%. Basically ignore defense on that, except you need to make sure that you're placing the fear on there first. And we'll go to that move in a second. And then it also places a 30% increased speed buff and a revive on death and a block debuff. The block debuff only being 1 turn, the others being 2 turns, if it kills an enemy. So you really need to make sure he's maxing his hits, because if you're not killing anyone, you're not getting half of the benefit of that one. We go to the A2. Attacks one enemy, has a 75 chance of placing fear debuff for 1 turn, and a 75 chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. And it has a 75% chance of placing a true fear debuff on 2 enemies for 1 turn if the attack kills an enemy. 1 true fear debuff will be placed on the enemy with the lowest turn meter, 1 will be placed on the enemy with the highest turn meter. That's really nice, and it helps get those fears out there, but the reason I have hesitation about really falling in love with this character is he's not great for Arena. I mean, you'd want it to be really great for Arena, but he has to go A2, then you can drop your A3. The survival of 2 rounds right now, it's really tough to do, unless you're building them as like maybe a revival team or a resist team where they're just trying to hang in there. But then you also have to worry about the other team clearing their debuffs. So not only do you have to be high resist, high accuracy, you need to make sure that you have a crowd controller in there as well to make sure that they can't clear any fear buffs off of the team. And then you got his A1 here. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit decreases the turn meter by 7.5% if the target is under fear or true fear debuff. It also reduces the cooldown of his Taste of Despair skill, which is a passive. Really cool passive skill. Not a bad A1. Go ahead and look at the passive. It fills this champion's turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy's HP drops below 20% on a 4-turn cooldown when booked. So you get a cooldown if you kill anyone with A1, so we'll take a turn away. And this will increase the turn meter by half. So, I mean, that's not bad. It gets him going quicker, you know, so you can kill waves and whatnot in dungeons. But again, Arena, it's just not going to get you there. And that's where we're going to start, actually, is in Arena. Just so you know, I've done just minimal masteries, a little extra crit damage, a little accuracy help, and a little bit of more damage against shields. Alright, so here we go. We're going to jump on over to Arena. Alright, it looks like we've been given quite the lollipop teams to go against here in the Arena menu. So I'm going to use Mashallah to make sure I hit that fear, and then we can see how he hits in the Arena here for the Fearmonger. So, like I said, he's going to hit hard most likely just because of the team around him. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's just, there's a lot of conditionals. A lot of these new champions have a lot of conditionals around them that really you have to hit, or they're just not gonna do their damage. So okay, we got true fears out there. Go ahead and do the A3. If it kills somebody, so we'll go after him, get the extra boom. So 36,000. I mean, that's nothing to be mad at, obviously. It's a good hit, but it's the single target, and it's just not hitting that hard. So we'll go A2 here. Let's go to the A1, see if we can't get this to come on back. Boom. So 2 hits, 6,000, 8,000. Not the greatest. We'll give a little bit stronger team out there for when we go through a dungeon, so you can see how he hits in dungeons. But I mean, like, his best dungeon would be Fire Knight, but his 2-hitter, yeah, you could kind of use him because he gets that 2-hit. And the only, well, I'm not going to show you that one. It's the affinity that I really like in the Fire Knight. So we'll go ahead and jump on over there real quick. Alright, so here we're about to go into Fire Knight Stage 20 just to see if we can womp on some mods there, or mobs. Might be talking a little fast today. I think I had a little bit too much caffeine this morning, so I apologize if I'm moving a little quickly here. Try and max out a little bit there. take down some defense. Alright, we're going to get him some more crit damage. Just do a generic attack there. And then we're going to drop this A3 on... Let's go. Right here. Oop, turn down the speed. Boom. 78,000. I mean, that's a huge hit. Don't get me wrong, that's a mighty hit with the fear and everything. The problem is, yeah, he's going to help you get through the mobs. Yeah, he has some stuff that's going to give him some extra speed. So he went below 20% HP, so he got a 50% boost on speed there. That's why all of a sudden he got to go again, which is really nice. But a lot of his kit's dependent upon fear, which is why you'd really want him to be great in the arena, because you can put fear on all those characters, you know, and you can use them to get through these mobs as well. But when you get to the boss, there's not a boss out there that takes fear. Now, the Doom Tower is coming out, so you should all be prepping your teams. Make sure you get your rares ready and all that. But maybe there'll be a boss in there that you can actually hit with fear, and then all of a sudden his stock will just skyrocket. Your ability to go in there and just do some massive damage because you can place fear on a boss would make him an ultimate champ. But right now, he's really just stuck to clearing mobs. And then, you know, in the occasional arena build, if you have the right arena kit, or maybe arena silver, you'd be a little bit more effective. In gold, it's just not there. And like I said, almost any of these champions, I've said this before, can hit super, super hard if you kit them right. But the problem is, if you take that kit, that you kit him right so he's just smacking everybody, and you team him up with the right champions to get your weaken, your decreased defense, you get your increased attack, you get your attack, you know, aura, you get all that going, but you take it off him, and you put it on one of your true attack champions, like your Royal Guard, or your Septimus, or any of those massive hitters, even Kale, they're going to smack just as hard, if not harder. So you're really kind of wasting what you're doing with them. He's almost better built out just to use his fear if you don't have anyone who can induce fear on single targets. And then, like, he's a Bannerlords. So it's like, who are you going to pair with him in faction crypts with a Bannerlord that's going to cause fear? You know, that's the kind of oddity that he has, so it's not overly helpful there as well. So I would give him really, like, because he can hit hard, and because he's a strong champion, I'd give him maybe a B, maybe a B-. And if you have him and you don't have much else and you're a free-to-play account, it's a good champion. But other than that, I'd say maybe level him to 50 and just kind of keep him in your vault. Anyways, I've been Grumpy Jeff. This has been my review of Fearmonger. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my videos. Hit the little bell for notifications of any future videos coming out. I appreciate you guys so much. You have a great day.